was.
Yep.
Oh, that's so pretty. You look so great. That's how you know it's the one.
Yeah.
Nothing showing? Should I pull this down? Yeah, wait.
Ow, your nails just cut my
what he thinks defines him as a man and as a father. You find that you are bound to this life that you have to protect and shelter and support. So today it's only fitting that you stand here next to her, and as she takes her next steps in life with a new person to protect her and watch over her, she knows that you are still always there to take care of her if she needs you. So please show your daughter one last sign of love before she gets married, and also say and offer any words or threats to Devon that you feel fitting.
I've tried before, it hasn't worked well.
Everyone, please be seated. You can hold hands.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Everyone, we are here today to bear witness and celebrate as Kate Altamari and Devon Schwartz join together and begin their life as a married couple. They wanted to be surrounded with the love of friends and family, everyone who's helped them become who they are today, both all of you here and some of those who could not be with us today. There's a lot that can be said about marriage. There's volumes filled with research, anecdotes, advice, and philosophy. Meow, though, I'll impart my own personal perspective. I will say that marriage should resemble two things. One will come from my words, and the other from words of your choosing. For me, I say this: be like water, or more accurately, be the nature of water. Water can be still and peaceful. The sound of it is comforting. Your love doesn't need to be flashy and overwhelming. Find those moments when you appreciate the stillness and take comfort in what you share. When it is overwhelming and powerful, water can carve through rock. It persists and builds until, over time, water always wins. The two of you should never let anything stop you. Persist in your goals together, and given enough determination and purpose, nothing can stop you. Water is also adaptable. It yields when it's pushed and moves around obstacles. As such, it fits any container. As individuals, you should also adapt to the changing needs of your relationship and each other. Don't be rigid. Sometimes you may need to yield to offer something to the other in order to make them happy. Couples complain about making that kind of sacrifice, but if your purpose as a husband or wife is to make the other one happy, it's not a sacrifice to put their happiness ahead of your own. And just like water filling a container gives the container purpose, loving each other, sharing your hopes and fears, gives life purpose. As my son has been singing all week, measure your life in love. Instead of lacking, you'll find it overwhelming and overflowing. Be like water. I said before that the other aspect of marriage comes from words of your choosing. Thankfully, much shorter and simpler than mine, but much more clear. So I'd like to share with you Love is Friendship Caught Fire by Laura Hendricks. Love is friendship caught fire. It is quiet, mutual confidence, sharing, and forgiving. It is loyalty through good and bad times. It settles for less than perfection and makes allowances for human weaknesses. Love is content with the present, hopes for the future, and does not brood over the past. It is the day in and day out chronicles of irritations, problems, compromises, small disappointments, big victories, and working towards common goals. If you have love in your life, it can make up for a great many things you lack. If you do not have it, no matter what else there is, it is not enough. It seems contradictory to say that love and marriage are like water and fire, but it's true. It's peace and passion. It's calming and consuming. It's cooling and warming. It's the simple comfort of knowing that you are never alone in this world, ever, and home is always wherever you are together. And just as those words are about marriage, there are words that are about your relationship, and it's only fitting that they come from the two of you. And those words are your vows. Vows are just a foundation you're building a relationship on. No matter what may happen, anything built on a strong foundation, whatever happens to it, can be rebuilt again if it comes from something good. And to be quite honest, there's nothing better than the two of you dedicating yourselves and your thoughts and your hearts to the words you want to share today. So Devon, you need to go first.
So I want to start by reading a quote. I love you not only for who you are, but for who I am when I'm with you. Please don't cry. I love you not only for what you have made of yourself, but for what you are making of me. If someone asked me 5 years ago, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I probably would have given a snarky response, such as living in my mom's house. Of course, I still am. Or simply say, I don't know. That was a common one. The term I don't know was a common answer I had for where my life was headed. I had so many questions, but rarely any answers. Then I met you, Kate. To this day, I have people ask me, how did I end up with such an amazing person, and how did I get so lucky? Most of the time, the answer is simple. No, hold on. Most of the time, I answer with, I don't know. But truthfully, I do know. The answer is simple. Because we love each other. You've turned my life around for the best. And filled every doubt and I don't know with answers. In recent years, I've returned back to college, pursued healthier hobbies, and shifted the ways in which I view life. Your love for me has changed my life for the best, and we'd be here all night if I continued giving reasons. Exactly why the quote is so dear to me. So in hopes that I can positively impact your life as you did mine, here are my vows to you. I promise to keep the kitties inside and safe at all times.
That's all I've ever wanted.
To let you sleep when I get home from a long day of work and not wake you up. To leave.
Have to be real.
Someone told me, one of your friends told me that you can try your best, and that's good too. To leave the bowling alley on time when we set a time. To compromise with you more for the sake of my mother and her sanity. I promise to help around the house when you ask. To hold you when you're feeling sad. To actively listen to how you're feeling when you've had a bad day. To always stand by your side in good times and in bad times. To learn how I can improve myself, to improve our relationship. Most importantly, I promise, keep it together. I promise to grow old with you. To be the person you hold in the beginning of every morning and at the end of every night. I vow to love you forever.
Kate,
Yours are going to be way better than mine. I apologize.
do you accept his vows and take him as your husband?
Of course, I do. I should have gone do that first, but sorry.
Hands now? Okay.
Yes. Devon, when I first met you, you were this big, goofy kid who appeared to have all the confidence in the world. You didn't seem afraid to say what you felt to anyone, ever. No matter how many buttons you could push or how many people you would accidentally offend. Everything you said was always filled with passion, and it came from a genuine place of concern and care. The first time we ever really hung out, we talked for hours about life, about values, about who we were, and about who we wanted to become. Over the years, you've helped me to achieve some of these goals through your unwavering love and support. You have helped me to become more responsible, accountable, and flexible. You have taught me how important it is to have genuine love, compassion, and intent with actions, because just going through the motions isn't always quite enough. You have shared your passion and lust for life and people with me. You have opened up my perspectives about others, always rooting for the underdogs, and seeing the best in people, demonstrating how love, support, forgiveness can go such a long way. You have always supported my dreams, no matter how silly they have seemed at times, reigniting the ability to always dream and strive for more, reminding me that if I want it, we'll make it happen. You have made me truly believe in you, that you can do whatever you set your mind to. All the big and little accomplishments you've made have only made me believe in you more, and believe in the person that you'll become, and the people that will come to become as a couple. Through the good, the bad, and everything in between, I will always be by your side cheering you on. I will support your dreams the way you have mine. I will try to never forget the little things, like surprising you with Reese's, cake pops, or the newest video game that just came out that night. I will try to always do things like going out to the store in the middle of the night for your Snapples when you've just run out and didn't remind anybody earlier in the day. I will always help you finish any kind of school project that you come up to me at 3 a.m. the night before it's due and ask me to finish, like making you a sun costume.
I've done all the work by myself.
Just the sun costume, that was me. No matter how busy things get, I will always aim to put our relationship above everything else. I'll always give you the kind of attention that I'm able to, especially when the rest of life is trying to get in the way. I will take care of you in sickness and health, and will try not to take my stress out on you even when you're the cause of it. I'll always work at communicating as effectively as possible and making our relationship as amazing as I know it can be, because I love you more than anything, and I wouldn't want to spend my life with anybody else.
Devon, you accept her vows and take her as your wife.
I do.
Okay. Good. So in addition to the tradition of vows, you're also honoring the tradition of wedding rings. So, there they are. Now, something to remember about rings is they're meant to be a visible symbol of your love for each other. Go ahead, place his ring on his finger. However, also remember that a ring is an object. It can be lost, destroyed, altered, or replaced. So be sure that while it's nice that a ring is there, those things about an object should never be a real symbol of love. So be sure that your actions and your words show everyone your heart belongs to someone else, just as theirs belongs to you. Good job.
Now for everyone else. So normally this is the part where I ask about objections. So, here we go. If anyone in good faith knows a reason why this couple should not be married, speak now or forever hold your peace. Too late. Honestly, it really wouldn't matter. These are two of probably the most headstrong people I have ever met. And I'm incredibly positive no matter what you said, they would not listen. Part of being married is obstinately choosing to spend the rest of your life with someone else before anyone else. That word obstinate is right up there. In every good way you could possibly use the word. They're sure of themselves, they're confident, and they know what they want out of life. On a personal note, in the time I've known the two of you, I've come to genuinely care about you both. There's a sincerity to your relationship that's rare in this world, and it shouldn't be rare. You both want the best out of your lives, for yourselves, and for each other. Devon says, what can I do to make this perfect? Kate says, what can you do to make this perfect? So of course, you two are perfect for each other. Devon, Kate is rising to the challenge of being with you and loving you for all of your idiosyncrasies. She has a genuine love for you in her heart, so know when to be gentle with her and when to bend. Kate, Devon will make mistakes, but you are something to him that he has never had before and will never have again. Remember that no matter what he tries to show the rest of us, if he disappoints you, he will beat himself up and not make you happy. So be patient with him, as he might take the time to remember that. Both of you have a focus and a passion for life and are very driven people. So as long as you take that focus and that drive and that passion and focus it on each other every now and then, there's nothing the two of you won't accomplish in life. And you can weather any storm and you'll find happiness in the places where you lose yourself. Now I realize everyone's been out here for a little bit and it's very warm. So I think it's appropriate and it's my honor and privilege to now pronounce you husband and wife.
gentlemen, would you please help me welcome the parents of the bride, Chris Altamari and Susan Larson. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome bridesmaids, Miss Michelle Fleischer and Mrs. Caitlin Germain, being escorted by Mr. Brian Wintergerst. And next, would you please help me welcome the husband and wife combination of Mr. and Mrs. BJ and Amy Smith. And next we have bridesmaid Miss Hannah Lewis and Mr. Donald Cross. And now would you please say hello to Miss Allison Achatella, being escorted this evening by Mr. Mark Big Daddy Clute. And next we have maid of honor, Miss Jen Craig, escorted by Mr. Christopher Ferber. And next, would you please help me welcome maid of honor, Maureen Mulholland and Mr. Brad Bushnell. And next, ladies and gentlemen, we have maid of honor, Miss Annie Achatella and best man, Mr. Andrew Lamora. Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed an honor and privilege to give to you for the first time in public as husband and wife, the newly married. Let's give it up for Mr. and Mrs. Devon and Kate Schwartz. We're going to do the dance floor for our bride and groom. They're going to share their very special first dance this evening. This one's called Can't Help Falling in Love.
Only fools rush in.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it from our bride and groom. Very nicely done. At this time, we're going to ask everyone to please take a seat. Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few minutes, we'll have a couple of toasts coming your way.
Okay, so I'm not the best with words, so excuse me. So me and Devon have been best friends for 19 years, but actually, me and Devon are a day apart in birthday. His is October 3rd, mine's October 4th. Julie. So actually, we were in the nursery together, so we were probably wreaking havoc there too. So our mothers were probably in the hospital bed and we were causing troubles there. So I remember the first time we met Kate, and Devon said, first of all, this is going to be my girlfriend.
Just be careful.
Yes, that's unfair. Yes, I know. Well, ironically, he kept calling her Kitty over and over. I'm like, Devon, that's Kate. Funny enough, her favorite animal is a kitty, so worked out perfectly. But the thing is a bond that you have with a friendship, with a parent, with a significant other, is something that can't be broken. You know, good times, bad times, no matter what. You're always there for each other, and I know that clearly you guys have a lot of love for each other, and I know this is a long-lasting, very healthy, prosperous marriage that I see right here. And I wish you all the best, and you guys are the best. Thank you so much.
Hi everyone, so we're the three maids of honor. As you can see, we've known Kate collectively for a total of 45 years. And we just want to introduce ourselves and say some words about the bride. So I'm Jen. I've known Kate since middle school social studies, 7th grade. Mrs. Singer. Hey everyone, they just got married! Oh my God, that's so cool. I'm Maureen. I have known Kate since 6th grade. So funny story about that. Kate has held it over my head for the past 15 years. So Devon, take note. Kate wanted to sit down in our class and asked if she could take this seat, and I said no, but you could sit on the floor. I don't recall any of this.
There were no other seats.
Whatever. So I don't know. But Devon, I'm just telling you, like, she's gonna remember that. So make sure you always have a seat for her. Never point to the floor. And we're so excited for you guys. So excited. So I'm gonna pass it over to Amy.
I have to write down my speech, sorry. So I first met Kate in 6th grade in Mrs. Walsh's science class. And I really just can't believe that today is finally here. I'm so excited for it, but I really can't believe that I just am surprised that the day is here, considering the amount of reminder countdown Facebook posts that I have liked in these 6 months up until this wedding. Anyway, Kate, we were so touched when you asked us to be your maids of honor because you hold your friends in such high esteem. And I think everyone in this room right now is better off for having experienced the unwavering loyalty and generosity that you bring to your friendships. I know very few people with such an intuitive ability and innate desire to understand and accept others as they are. So when I met Kate in 6th grade in science class, she would leave a highlighter every single day for me. We sat next to each other, and I always forgot this highlighter, the all-important highlighter. And I struggle with organization. I forget things a lot, and it was just nice to know that I had this friend who would leave the highlighter there for me. And so I've always really appreciated that, because in your presence I felt understood. And so I want to pause here to give a shout out to Chris and Sue for raising such a wonderful daughter with these values. We really couldn't have done better. And now Devon.
Oh boy.
You are so lucky. But on a serious note, Kate is lucky to have found someone who also shares these qualities and values. And although I have known you for less time, I've seen how much you value your friendships, and especially in the effort that you've made in getting to know me and my family. And Nachatella House Party is not for the faint of heart, and you handled that well. So just a quick anecdote about Devon. A couple months ago, we had Kate's shower, and from the number of texts sent to Kate, it appeared that the 2 hours were a tough exile for him. I had never seen a groom or any man really who so badly wanted to be at a bridal shower. But I realized that here was a room full of friends and family, and Devon he just couldn't bear not to be a part of it. One of the games we played was to write a memory we had of Kate on the slips of paper. And when Devon arrived, he was so excited. He read every single one and guessed most of them correctly, only missing the ones Kate missed herself. So, I just really appreciate these memories that we have in the past, and I'm looking forward to making memories in the future. So if you will join me in raising a glass to the new bride and groom, Kate and Devon.
Hello, everybody. Thank you all for sharing this special day with Kate and Devon. For those of you who don't know Devon, I'd like to save you some time by answering a few questions you're most likely to ask him. First, no, he doesn't play basketball.
It's not that he doesn't, he can't.
Second, the weather up there is just fine. And last, yes, he can see Russia from everybody's backyard. But seriously, Kate is the love of our lives, and being the proud father of our only child, I always thought no man was good enough for her. But Kate saw something in Devon and opened our eyes to what a special person he really is. Someone who everyone can look up to, literally.
Figuratively too.
So, let's raise our glasses and drink to health and happiness for Kate and Devon. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big round of applause for the father of the bride? Doing a fantastic job with our finale toast. Okay, quick word from Kate's uncle.
Good evening. My name is Jeff Altamari. I'm Kate's uncle. I'm the oldest brother of the family. And I just want to say there's somebody who can't be here tonight, who we miss dearly, my brother Michael, who died in March. It was a sad loss. He loved his niece, and he loved Devon as well. His two daughters are here tonight, Skylar and Dominique, and he would have been thrilled to be here. And I just wanted to say hello for him. So thank you all.
All right, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, you're in for a treat. The Gideon, the staff here at the Gideon will begin serving momentarily. Enjoy.
Will you always treat me tenderly and in every way be fair? If I give my heart to you, will you give me all your love? Will you swear that you'll be true to me by the light that shines above? And will you sigh with me when I'm sad and always be as you are with me tonight? Think it over and be sure when you promise all those things to me, then I'll give my heart to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together once again for Devon and us. 63 years. Very nicely done. Congratulations to them. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll have our parent dances coming your way. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please put your hands together for our bride and her father. And now we'd like to invite our groom and his mother to the dance floor to share their very special dance this evening. Boys to Men. Song for Mom.
If you wanna go and take a ride with me, we dream with the beautiful with the go see so wide. Do I live this way? Must be the money. If you wanna go and get moment. In the back of the Benzie, oh, I feel this way. If you wanna go and take a ride with me on the green, with the beautiful, with the ghosties, oh, I feel this way. If you wanna go and get this moment, in the back of the Benzie, oh, I feel this way.
Do the mouth face. Ready? Alright, hold on. You got a lot of single ladies here. Alright, here we go. Hold on one second. Alright, Katie, ready? On the count of 3, let us fly. Who's gonna catch it, ladies? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we got a winner. Congratulations, very nicely done. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our party rolls out. Here we go. All right, now for all you married couples out there who've been married less than 24 hours, please exit to the dance floor. Now for all you couples out there who've not yet celebrated your 5-year anniversary, if you've not yet celebrated your 5-year anniversary, we ask you to step aside at this time. Celebrate your 5-year anniversary. If you're not yet celebrating your 5-year anniversary, we ask you to step aside at this time. And now, folks, if you've not yet celebrated your 15-year anniversary, we ask you to please step aside. And now we're going to jump up to 20 years. If you've not yet celebrated your 20th wedding anniversary, please step aside. Silver anniversary couples, 25 years. 25 years or longer. If you've not yet celebrated your 40th wedding anniversary, please step aside. And our last couple standing right here at 43 years. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause. Our bride and groom are going to give you a little something as a memento this evening. Come on out here. The Schwartzes have a little something for you. An inspiration to all the married couples out there. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big round of applause for our bride and groom for a fantastic job for Kate this evening.